It's Divine Z, that she, and welcome back. Hey chosen ones, and I'm here with a video again. You may have seen me in the same thing in the last video or the video after this because I'm recording 2 videos in one day. But anyways, it is March the 17th, and I'm just here to give you some Christian movie not ideas, yeah, I guess ideas / recommendations. I have a full list of Christian movies, like Christian based movies. I'm going to actually turn this into a series because I'm going to have a lot, but I'm only probably going to do 4 or 5 at a time, only because I also do want to include the trailers in here as well. But I have Christian based movies, and then I have movies that aren't really secular or aren't really like too bad, I guess. But I don't know if I'd be putting that out. But these ones are Christian based, and these are going in the series. So far I'm just doing 4 for today. I'm not doing the whole list, but the list starts off with my kind of not so favorites, but they're good, but they're like not my favorites, and then it gets like in the middle, and then it gets to my favorites, kind of. But these are just like basic Christian movies, really. These are not the ones that are going to be like the wow ones, but these are good ones, but they're not like the best ones, if you get what I mean. I will also leave the descriptions on the screen if I can, and I will put the trailer as well. So the first one on the list is A Life to Choose. Now, this movie was pretty interesting, and I have my laptop here, so that's what I'm looking off of, because I do watch a lot of movies, so I have to like keep them all in my head. So I kind of have to look at the image of like the movie cover to remember what I watched, and to like kind of remember the movie, especially whenever I watched them like a while ago. This is called A Life to Choose, and basically it's about this young man. I remember he was like around in college or something, or maybe senior year, but I want to say college or something. And basically I think he's like on college break or school break, or not really. I don't think he was on break at all, but he's basically a faith-based kid. He's really into God and whatever. Now everybody around him is not really into God, and his girlfriend is, kind of just using him, and she's not really taking the whole thing serious. Like, she goes along with him, but she doesn't really take it serious. Like, she's very about it, like goofy about it. And I think this relates to like a lot of people, especially a lot of Christians, I should say, in general. It's like you kind of get like, in a way, you just kind of be in your own world, and like you don't really care who else is like, really like trying to get to you or whatever. So basically this kid is in his own way, in his own world with God, and nobody else really believes in God around him. So he basically gets them to, step out on faith a little bit, and gets them to know Jesus, and they kind of just like follow until one day, of course, his family or friends, something bad happens, and trouble is already starting because the people he's already hanging around, or around like his family and friends or whatever, are not like really around the right type of people. So an incident goes down prior to their lifestyle, and now they're all in big trouble, including the faith-based kid, until he steps in and kind of saves the day. So that movie is really interesting because, first of all, I did not like the way it started off. Like the first maybe 15 to 20 minutes of the movie was kind of offish. Maybe like the first 20. It wasn't really offish, it just wasn't really like giving me what it was supposed to give. But then the rest of the movie was action based, and it was like, I love this. So I really did like that, and I would recommend this movie to people that feel like they want to get close to God but don't know. And I also recommend this to people who are Christians but are scared to kind of share it with other people but want to share it with other people. And then I also just recommend this to really like anyone, and I would say this is appropriate for ages I would say this is appropriate for ages 15 and up. I would not recommend it to 13-year-olds really, unless you're mature. I mean, that's because of the violence and the that type of stuff in there. But yeah. The next one is Grandma's Home. I absolutely loved this movie. It was one of my favorites, and I continue to rave about it. Like, if I have to watch it over again, I will, and I should, and I could. But I loved Grandma's Home. Basically, obviously, the grandma, grandmas take care of everybody, so she was helping everybody, taking in everybody, helping everybody, while everybody was going through their own problems. For real, it was one of them Tyler Perry vibe movies, I'm not gonna lie. So if you like Tyler Perry movies or whatever, I'm pretty sure you like this one. Loretta Devine is starring, she's the grandma, of course. They make her play some roles, so if you love her, you would love this too. But the people in the movie are good actors. They're great. Like, the whole message to the movie is crazy. The grandma, of course, she's into church, whatever, obviously, and she's trying to get all her family members, all the grandkids, everybody, and all of her family or daughters-in-laws or whatever to, just find God in their problems. And she kind of guides them or whatever, and they kind of take advantage of her until one day something happens, and it kind of like ends in like a good, but in a offish, not offish, but I kind of want to say it without giving away. It ends good, but it's a bittersweet moment. That's what I'm gonna say. But I loved it. I recommend that movie to kids. I mean, not kids. That's not what I was trying to say. I was going to finish a sentence, but I would recommend that to people who like Tyler Perry movies, because it gives off that Tyler Perry movie-ish like vibes. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about if you real true like into Tyler Perry movies and plays. And I also recommend it to people who, just like good movies, but like also like drama, because it do got some drama, like, in bittersweet movies. If you like bittersweet movies, like drama mixed with like bittersweet, and of course if you just like, the whole family vibes, like a family movie, this is definitely one of those movies that could be a family based movie. The other one is kind of too, but I would say more like a, not really like a family night movie for the other one. The other one is more so like, if you want to watch a movie by yourself, or if you want to watch a movie with your significant other or spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, I would recommend it as like a family night movie. Unless your family is like adults and teenagers. And then for this one though, I would recommend it if you wanted to watch it as like a family night movie. It's not really like a date night movie. It doesn't really give those vibes. It's more like a family night movie type of thing, or a movie you watch by yourself. Unless you really just don't care. The next movie is called My Other Mother. This movie, I just wish it took place in more places. I mean, it did, but basically it's about this daughter. Of course, she's a grown woman, and a stepmother, and a biological mother. And basically, I'm guessing how you guess that can go. It's a lot of drama, like a lot of drama. But the girl is faith-based. She trying to find her faith. She was trying. And basically this message in this movie is so great to me. But basically the person at her job gets her to know Christ even better. Not really gets her to know, because she knows him. She just has to trust him. So she learned how to trust God, trust Jesus, through it all. And basically, she stands firm on her faith and tries not to spaz out or get crazy on anybody. So I liked that. Like, she stood her ground, like, especially as Christians or as people in general. Somebody gets you mad or they make you really upset, say something that you don't like, you automatically want to be like, girl, I know you didn't just say that, da 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 da, and you want to go ready to fight somebody. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I absolutely liked that. Started off kind of boring, but it got good. It's drama based. The next one is not really one of my favorites. Oh, and for the other mother, I forgot to say that I recommend it to women mainly. Recommend it to women mainly, and mothers. Women and mothers, basically. And I would say 16 and up. I mean, you could be 13 too. It's nothing bad in there, but it's just like, it's not like really, you just have to understand it. And I don't think like a 13-year-old may understand it as well. So that's why I said 16 and up. And plus, I recommend it to like women and mothers, mainly. And it's not really like a family night movie. I mean, it's really not like the family, like your traditional family night movie, unless, like I said, you're like mother and daughter based, kind of. I'm just gearing it to it. I mean, like, anybody could watch it, but it's just who I personally recommend it to. And I would say it's more so like a girls' night type of movie or something, or no, maybe not a girls' night, but like a women's night or a women's conference type of movie, I guess. And then this next movie, which is the last one I'm going to do, is called Faith's Song. This movie was actually really sad. Like, I think I cried like a good nearly half of the whole movie. So if you're a person that can't take, like, sad movies or movies that are going to make you cry, don't watch this, because this is one of those movies that will have you cry like a good, about maybe at least 10 times throughout the movie. But it's a beautiful story, but it's sad at the same time, because it does strike tragedy, and it's just rough. It's basically about this young girl. I don't think she's in high school. She's either in high school or college, and basically a tragedy strikes, and she's basically questioning God. Why does all this happen to her? Why is this happening? Why does this? Why does that? But she continues to believe and have faith. And the neighbors and everybody finds liking to her, and everybody loves her because of how faith-driven she is, and they all encourage her to keep going and having faith. And basically, she's in the choir, she's in all these activities, and she finds her voice, and she's able to sing in front of all these people that she never thought she'd be able to sing in front of. And she's on the choir, so, and all of this, and people are just drawn to her because of her faith, because of her anointing. So yeah, but tragedy does strike, and because of the intensity in the tragedies and that type of stuff, I would say I recommend this to 14 and up, just because of tragedies. Definitely parental advisory, because I'm just gonna say this, I would say this needs a PSA. Not really, it doesn't really need it, but I'm just warning you in advance that it can be a trigger warning to some people. So if you're somebody who gets anxiety or, you know, whatever, or you can't handle certain things, I can say this is definitely a trigger warning, especially like the beginnings, like the first 30 minutes of the movie. It's definitely like triggering to some people, and it can be triggering. So that's why I do recommend, like, yeah, because it can be really triggering. Um, but I did like this movie. I just wish that in the movie, when they did like some of the choir parts, you did not hear her real voice, like the actor's real singing voice, until the end of the movie, like in the last scene. But in the other parts that she was singing, you can tell it wasn't her singing because it just didn't sound like her. Like the voice was not matching the face. And it was totally like obvious that she was like it was not her voice. Even though she lip synced very well, it was just not her voice. And then the music was just like way off, like high pitch, and it was like this total different person, and it just did not go. So that's the only thing I did not like. I guess they didn't want to have her sing all them songs, or she didn't feel comfortable singing all of them, so they had her lip sync. But they could have picked somebody better to voice her over, because the singing that they put over her was not cutting it. That's the only thing that really frustrated me throughout the whole movie, and it was like, ugh. But other than that, I loved it. But those are the first 4 movies that I recommend, Christian based. Um, when you do watch them, make sure you know, support, because these are all not big actors besides like Grandma's Home and stuff. Some of them are like upcoming rising actors. So yeah, just support to the best of your ability. And I will leave also where you can watch these movies on the screen. Most of them are Prime Video or YouTube, because I do not have Netflix. So that's the good thing if you don't have Netflix, or if Netflix is causing you to spend more money, because I did hear the new thing about Netflix. I think they're like starting to stop people from sharing passwords or something, or they're going to start charging more. I know their subscriptions went up, like their price wise to pay for it, but something like that, you know. But most of these are on YouTube or Prime Video, so that's the good thing. So yeah, and these can always be, all of these could be definitely like youth night. Like if you have like a youth night at your church or something that's not like music and preaching based, like this can definitely be like a youth night, movie night at church, or regular movie night for church. Definitely recommend pastors to, you know, show these movies for movie night at the church or whatever, if you have church movie nights. I feel like church movie nights should be more popular. Just like it, I feel like it's something fun, especially for like if you're like a young couple that's a Christian couple, especially, rather than getting caught up in the streets and in the world. I feel like churches should also have the option of, you know, Christian or church movie night, and just like, you know, like in the fellowship hall or somewhere, not in the sanctuary because that's just too tight. But so just like have like, you know, finger food and snacks. And you know, I feel like churches should start doing that more. I feel like they did, and like they stopped, or like, you know, it was, they did, but the movies were not really cutting it. But anyways, without further ado, that is it for this video. If you guys did watch these movies, or are watching these movies, or watch the movie, make sure you come back to this video and tell me how it was. And just remember, when you're telling me how it was or telling me what you liked about it, that you're also helping other people you know, get an idea on how the movie was, or if they would like it. And basically it's like a review. So don't forget to like this video, leave a thumbs up, comment, and like if you did, and share this video with your friends and on social media, and share it with a friend or family member who is having a movie night or a watch party or even a movie party, and they don't know, and they need a Christian based movie for their movie party. I mean, come on people, especially Grandma's Home. Hello. And like I said, these are just the basic ones. There's a lot more deeper ones and like wow ones that are coming soon in the next few times. But anyway, stay tuned for those. And without further ado, my beautiful people, kings and queens, aunties and uncles, grandmas and gramps, Yeah, friends and foe. Anyways, it's Divine Z that she is out.